weekly chart. It's Monday, so there's a lot of time for this to change. We could see this as a bullish hammer candle. So that is what I said in the last video on this channel. And today we are seeing that take place. Looking at the Bitcoin weekly chart, we are printing a bullish hammer right now. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be discussing the Bitcoin and crypto market. So we are just continuing the stair step that we've had for quite a while. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. Have you ever stopped to think about how much time you waste worrying about every single dip, when instead what you should be doing is focusing on the larger timeframes and buying the dips? Bitcoin is still in a macro uptrend. This is just yet another higher low in a series of higher lows that began in 2023. So things are looking really good for Bitcoin. That is a huge wick, which signals big demand. A lot of demand for Bitcoin below 50,000, and quickly the market scooped it right back up. And also, even Ethereum is rebounding heavily, attempting to put in a bullish hammer candle on this weekly. Bitcoin has been flipping previous resistance into new support the entire past year and a half, and we just did it once again. If you take out your fibs and you fib from the 2023 high to low, you see that the price ran up to about this 2618 before seeing a lot of resistance. And if we mark it up again, the price of Bitcoin from the ETF approval/rejection candle, the price ran up just above the 2618. So we are just seeing that continuation. And if we were gonna see it once again, the first fib target lands us at 88,900. That is the first fib target on a breakout. Above that, the 2618, which is where we were landing on all these previous pumps, well, that is 113,000. Sounds crazy, right? But Bitcoin has been doing this the whole way up thus far. It's going to take probably weeks to get there. Won't happen overnight. What we're seeing for Bitcoin right now really is no different than what we've seen in the past year and a half. So I'm looking for continuation, another impulse up. Now, it's going to take a while to get there. It could take a few weeks to actually settle up before the breakout happens, a month. Who knows how long it'll be, but it'll take a few weeks to settle up at the high before we get that breakout. So I am still bullish. I don't see why not. I don't see why I shouldn't be bullish. Bitcoin is seeing lots of demand right now. That recent weekly was like a balloon underwater, and very quickly that balloon surfaced right back up. Something that just happened on the weekly that was very notable is the bounce off of the previous RSI support from earlier this year, and that was back in September of 2023. Bitcoin has maintained RSI support, horizontal support now. And from this point on the weekly, if you're looking at the RSI, a key target is going to be the 70 level. The 70 level may be the next major area of resistance. Prices may actually move back up faster than you expect, and we could see a little bit of rejection around that 70 level, and then after that look to push up into the overbought level. So this is what I'm looking for, and that could easily send Bitcoin's price to these levels that we discussed for the fibs. The market always does the unexpected. I feel like not many people, at least the people that are not experienced in this market, they didn't think that Bitcoin was just going to recover so fast. But things did recover that fast. Now, of course, this weekly still has to close. You never know what the story is going to be. It's only Thursday. A lot of days left in the week. Now, looking at Bitcoin's daily chart, the RSI, we got actually a slightly higher low in the RSI. You could also call it flat support, horizontal support. And upon that flat support, we had lower lows in price. That is bullish divergence. And so what is happening on the Bitcoin chart? Well, what we see is a broadening pattern of sorts, lower highs, but even lower lows. And if you take a look at this image here, it's showing the diagram on how to obtain a target, measuring from the bottom to the top of where the resistance is. So the lowest point, at least the presumed low, with the potential breakout zone of the pattern itself, going from the low to the potential breakout zone, and then you look for a target using that. That actually lands us towards 97,000. So that is the target of this pattern. That's a rough target. About 97 is what the diagram is saying. And those fib targets we discussed, 88,900, 113,000, 97,000. So those are three targets on a breakout of this range. And if you're looking to trade, you can take profit at all 3 of those targets. Instead of just praying for one target, you can always just take profit at multiple targets. That is, if you're trading this potential weekly breakout. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's going to take quite some time for this to play out fully. Price may actually end up, squeezing into this range, chopping around for quite a while before getting the breakout. I mean, that breakout could take place in September. But this is what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking for this trend to continue. I have no reason to think that it won't. The halving just happened, and historically, it's a very bad idea to be bearish around the time of the halving. Just looking at history, pulling up the halving dates, well, it's never been a good idea to be bearish after the halving. So I'm looking for this bull market to play out as expected. A little bit of chop along the way, some nice wicks to the downside to scare out the weak hands. Bitcoin loves to do that. A lot of people sold the bottom, and they're learning their lesson right now. And for those people that may have done that, the message I have for you is that whenever the market is coming down faster or further than you thought, the only thing that you can do is either do nothing or buy more. Usually you're never happy about a panic sell. That is not rewarding behavior, right? So next time the market's coming down faster than you thought, further than you thought, do nothing or buy more, because there's always going to be a reaction up. If you guys enjoyed this video, that is it for today. Be sure to sign up for Kraken Pro. Kraken has released their new desktop app. So in your email, there might have been a link from Kraken. The email said Kraken Desktop, you're in. And if you got that email, you're lucky enough to have early access to Kraken Desktop. High performance, you can trade right from your desktop app. A lot of amazing features. But that's it for me today, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.